Hello, everybody. This is the lovely Miss Dime, and I'm just coming to you all. Maybe through me having my experience and talking about it, maybe someone could benefit from what I'm saying. When I first started out in school, I was 17. I graduated a year early, had a 3.3 unweighted GPA and a 3.8 weighted GPA. That's with all the honors points and something. But when I went off to college at 17, I still had a high schooler mentality. And I was away from home, had all this freedom, and nobody to tell me you couldn't go to this party. You had to be home at a certain time. You have to tell me who your friends are, what their parents do, what they're all about, how they were raised. It was not as much restriction. And when somebody is not being watched and they haven't had much freedom or much experiences in terms of being able to do what they wanted to do when they want to do it, it's like being a kid in a candy store. Some people go off to college and follow the training that their parents gave. I deviated so far from that. I went from being a responsible student to a student who was there simply for the socialization component. I did not take school seriously at all. And I just got my associate's degree last summer. I did a lot of major changes. There were a lot of things that happened in college because I was not a proactive student. I did not care much about my education. It was about what party I was going to, what I was wearing, what alcoholic beverage I was going to be drinking, how many I was going to be drinking, what club I was going to, and what social event. Not trying to excel academically. I made a decision about 2 years ago that I'm getting older and school isn't getting any more inexpensive. The prices are rising, and with that, the people who care for me will not be around forever. If I don't start taking things seriously, I'm gonna find myself locked out of a lot of things and opportunities that I could have. Um, so I decided to take it seriously. By that time, I had one, two, three, four, five major changes. And remember, I started school at 17. I was 23 when I finally got a my first degree. I'm not saying that to say that I feel like a failure because I'm in a program now, graphic internet technology, and I'm taking my first course and I am loving it. It's just like I've been given a new set of eyes and I can see the artwork in everything now. And it's just a joy to be able to create that stuff, be able to put your own dime spin on it, and know that you orchestrated all the work for it. I always wanted to do something more creative. I was pushed into something that was more textbook academic, but that did not stimulate my mind. I worked very hard from elementary to high school, mostly because I was pushed to excel academically, because I had the brain power, and most of all my family has advanced degrees, so they expected pretty much that from me, but I was not interested in the fields that they were in, And for my last major change, which was education, that was something I was kind of forced into because that college only had that bachelor's degree pretty much. So I would have had to switch colleges. And I had gotten into the major. It really didn't make sense to change. And I got into it, and teaching was enjoyable, to be honest. But it did not provide, I mean, it has its intrinsic rewards, being able to affect change in children's lives, to see the smiles and the passion for learning that you're giving children, and just to be able to provide a service. I am not by any means demeaning the job that teachers do, because in my major it was hard work. But at the final analysis, I could not see myself retiring in that field. I could not see myself working 20, 30, 40 years as an educator. And I have people in my family who have retired from that profession. And they were saying, you could do very well, and I very well could. But I've always wanted to do something in the arts. And now I'm in a position where I can do something in arts and technology, and I'm excited every day to get up and go to school. I wish it was Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, so I could truly learn. I mean, today I went to the movies, and I was learning, I was seeing all the movie posters, and I could pretty much say how they were created because I'm using the programs, and I'm doing something similar to that, and it makes me feel so cool. It's a lot of adults have reached a point where they had to make practical decisions and go into something where there was job outlook and opportunity, and they don't exactly love what they do, but there's opportunity there. There's job security. They can pay their bills, so they're content. But I can get up every day and graduate from this field and say, I love what I do. I could do this for the rest of my life. I could die doing this. And it doesn't matter if they gave me a pay cut. I would still get up every morning and do this. That's how much I love being able to express myself through something that I created. And I know that my design, people will be able to look at that and say, Miss Dime made that. And that gives me a sense of pride. Well, I just wanted to share that excitement with you.